Okay, so yeah, and this is a tournament I recently played. It just ended yesterday, but still one of the horrible tournament which I played recently. So first game it was a walkover. Second game they just again gave me against 2000 rated player, and I did something stupid and just threw the game easily. So let me tell you how the game actually started. The game started with Sicilian defense, and I have no idea how about this land. I just want to create something which was a stupid idea. Probably I should have just gone for d4. So yeah, as I told you, this is stupid idea. So this was not the exact issue. So here I had a move on d3. Generally, this is what I played online. Trying to set up a king's Indian stretcher, bishop g4, knight e2, something like that. So I want to try something different over the board, and I haven't played knight c3 at any scenario, not in chess.com, not in chess. So yeah, welcome to the stupidity. Especially when you are playing against a high rated player and look almost 400 rating higher than you, and you don't do something this stupid, at least not at the second round. Because I'm not in a must-win scenario. I just want to try something, try to create something. But okay, nothing to be said. D3, D5, takes. Yeah, knight is knight. Knight is pawn. So here, what should I decently play? First thought was I should have gone for bishop D2. So this is what I thought initially. So here, if I was him, I would have gone for bishop h6. This is one move. Knight e5, another is another move. Knight e5, maybe queen d2. Yeah, queen d2. Even h3 is also fine. Right? Yeah, h3 is also fine. So yeah, I had something, some kind of variation. But the thing is, I feel like the game is kind of simple. So yeah, there is no much of complication. So I want to play a complicated game. The thing is, I wasn't even settled at the tournament. I was not even feeling well at the time. I went for 94. This is inaccuracy, but point is, I just want to make things complicated. But the stupidity here is, I don't even have anything here. I'm not even attacking. I'm just making one more attack, which can be easily different by b3, b6. Okay, and now the pressure is on me. So how am I going to supposed to improve the position, and how am I going to do it? The thing is, I can't go for knight c3 again. He'll be getting a pawn. So you just open a his task bishop quite good. Yeah. So now I'm ready for rook e1, bishop b7. Yeah, here I thought of c3 and I played c3. I wasn't even sure about c3. Here for e5. E5 is good. Actually, e5 is good. So I'm for queen e4. Um, queen a4, practically making my pieces to come away from queen d1. So my point is I want to move this bishop. Question is where am I going to keep the bishop? That's a good question, right? If I keep this, my rook will be coming, and there's a bishop h6 threat in the future. So let me tell you what happens in bishop e6. So firstly f4, f5. Uh, if I go for knight here, my bishop gets trapped immediately. So another moves I had bishop g4, queen d2. Now knight here. So the problem is his pieces will be, yeah, his pawns will be marching over the board. So clearly I don't have a good square for the bishop. So okay, what are the other points we can calculate? Um, maybe break the center, maybe sack the pawn. So sacrificing this pawn is really not a good idea, which means you will be activating his light square bishop in probably in few moves. Moreover, his task bishop is already good. His queen is already open. There's nothing to. I mean, you don't even have any compensation. So for queen f4, queen d7, bishop d3. Finally, f5. So instead of bishop d3, I don't. I mean, bishop e3. I don't even have any move. That's the problem. So all the stability came when I started playing knight e4, right? So yeah, bishop e3, f5, bishop takes pawn. This is the only move. Okay, other moves which I thought was bishop h3, but I really had it. I don't have any exact calculation here. So he has millions of moves. So which means either I need to calculate all his possibility, or uh, Whatever he plays, I will keep on defending forever. So which is not good. If you're in that position, you can simply resign at the position. So and for bishop takes pawn, the idea behind bishop takes pawn is I'm pretty sure he's not going to take this one and going to give a last square bishop and not activating my piece something. So I expected pawn takes knight, pawn takes pawn. So the idea behind this, what I actually thought was after every exchange, I imagine a scenario that I will be having a good pawn structure, which means it will be a good compensation for a piece. So let me explain you. Takes. He can't take with the queen takes pawn. That will be a problem. There's a knight takes pawn here, so which is good for me. But what I actually missed in this calculation is I didn't expect knight b8. So knight b8, I had some base calculation like queen b3. So the problem with why queen b3 workers don't workers actually. Okay, let me tell you the initial calculation between for the queen b3. One my point of queen b3 is if you go for bishop takes pawn, I had knight takes pawn. If you go for bishop takes queen, I had knight takes queen. If you go for knight takes knight, I had bishop takes rook. If it takes my bishop takes rook, I had pawn takes. This is completely winning for me. I'm pretty sure I'm winning. I know he has knight bishop for this thing, but my pawns are kind of good. So this Tasco bishop will be sitting quietly for some moment. My rook will be entering his territory. Yeah, either way I should be winning, or I'm pretty sure I'm not losing this question. So this is what I thought initially. But the problem is, if you go for queen b3, you will simply take the queen takes pawn. So I can go for knight takes pawn. Yeah, that's good. Point is he will after queen takes queen, pawn takes queen, bishop takes bishop, queen takes bishop, bishop takes knight, this thing, knight e7. So this question is completely lost for white. The reason is firstly you have a bad pawn structure. Secondly, you don't possess any threats. Double rook versus double rook knight. This knight is a, yeah, maybe temporary, it might be inactive, but one way or other you can play like an engine and keep on defending this position. I'm pretty sure you are going to lose. So after a deep calculation, okay, I'm forced to exchange the queen. This is the moment I know I'm going to lose this game for sure. So yeah, told you right the plan for the sacrifice. I thought if my pawn is on b3 and c4, if I have a pawn structure, a good pawn structure, I thought since he can't break my pawn structure, I thought I have some chances. So yeah, knight g4. Yeah, probably I could have gone for c5. So what I actually thought of c5 is he can simply sack this pawn, takes, bishop takes. Okay, not here. So I thought something else. Yeah, knight b6 first. Yeah, knight b6 first. Takes, 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 takes. So this is clearly not good for white. Since this is a lonely pawn, probably he's going to get this pawn for free. So this is a best way to resign the position. So yeah. I okay. What I was saying. Knight b6. If he start defending this one, he can sack this pawn now. Yeah, he can sack this pawn now. Uh, Yeah, basically you are just dead last. Your rook and knight is under attack, so you are basically dead last. So, yeah. Okay, let the engine be on. So yeah. So here was a dead type question. I had probably 19 and 20 minutes, basically, but I was too tired for calculating sack and all other tactics. I was too tired. Went for bishop h3, probably a bad move according to engine. I mean, eh, not bad. I mean, I won't say it's a bad move. This question just gone for too sharp. The thing is, I missed knight c4, knight c5 completely. So yeah, I'm for knight e6. Okay, here I saw b4. So the problem with b4 is I saw something. What I saw knight here check knight. I saw something. Oh yeah, I think I saw this one. Knight here check king h1. Okay, no, not this one. Okay, first to take this one. Takes. Ah, bishop takes pawn maybe. Oh, I had this type of moves. Okay, I didn't see that question. Oh, this is kind of too complicated, right? Oh, okay. I didn't calculate this deeply, but I thought when I was calculating, yeah, firstly I was too tired. For secondly, when I was calculating before was kind of too risky for me. Yeah, I thought it was too risky. I had a feeling of throwing up the game because first thing is once you push this pawn is too weak. I can keep on defending this pawn. Moreover, once this knight jumps inside, my piece is under attack. The thing is, I'm having a simple draw. I think. Yeah, simple draw. You'll be taking this one. Yeah, this is what I calculated. So now if we start taking this one, yeah, basically it's too bad. Okay, engine says rook here. Uh, I don't see how this is just a simple minus one. I really don't see how this is simple minus one. Okay, rook takes. This one is forced basically. So once after rook f8, he can simply come here, right? Okay, not come here. Okay, looks like I had chances. Okay, while I was calculating beef, I thought before initially, but some reason, okay, let's go for knight e6. So, what's my plan? My plan was after exchange, pawn push the pawn and take this pawn. Once I take this pawn and connect this pawn to here. Let's say, imagine I took this pawn and keep the bishop anywhere else, and I managed to connect this pawn here. I might have some kind of good chance of either drawing or even winning the game. So I was quite sure. So yeah. Here I missed bishop f3 completely. So this is the position which I should have resigned immediately. So yeah, I was too tired. I was too tired to see bishop f3. I couldn't even see simple one moves. Yeah, I was too tired. Yeah, here I was forced to take. I was forced to give the rook. I had some kind of moves like bishop rook here, bishop here, rook here, and he'll be taking the rook takes pawn, bishop takes pawn. This is also a dead loss position. Yeah, here any moves I should be completely winning for black. So what I thought, okay, mm, okay, here giving the rook is uh, kind of makes some sense, right? So the idea behind giving the rook is firstly I'm forced. Secondly, once why I didn't resign immediately? That will be a good question. So once I push this pawn, I just thought, holy, I should take this pawn. So without giving the rook, you can't actually basically take this pawn, right? So that's what I basically thought. Even though I do know it was losing, okay, I had some, yeah, the same thing. If I connect this bishop like a4 or something, and I started pushing this pawn like a b4, b5 and c6, maybe I might hold this game for draw. I just imagine, but yeah, that was just a simple attempt. So in for bishop f8, I really didn't have any idea why he bishop f8. That was a simple move. Bishop is just coming to bishop c5 and crashing here. So yeah, this is the position which I resigned. Okay, c4. I didn't play c4. I just resigned this position. The thing is, I can't do anything. What I should thought was he can't remove this rook forever. That's the one thing which I completely missed. Basically, I lost here. I got 1/2 out of 2 rounds. This is the first day of my tournament. So yeah, one thing to be learned is you can try new things against low rated players, not high rated players. But my point is, what's the point? Okay, you want to complicate things. Okay, that's good. But this doesn't do anything basically. Even though you can't even retreat. So I can try for knight d2, knight d2 c3. Even I thought of those lines, but it doesn't look good. The thing is, any whatever I think it doesn't look up. All I need is one or two free moves to release my pieces in one way, and this Glasgow bishop went really bad. So if you see my last game, I did some kind of preparation through engine, which surprised one or two openings. I'll be covering day 5 at some other point. So today is about day number 1 of the tournament.